What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's your boy LG Shirley. I got a new banger from NBC News. Let's get into it.
The military parade provided rare insight into the range of weapons now powering China's People's Liberation Army, including hypersonic missiles that could threaten U.S. ships, giant lasers to blind pilots, and underwater drones that look like submarines. The show of power and...
Okay, just real quick. That is amazing synchronization. That straight up looks like AI. That is impressive right there.
Precision was highly choreographed for the cameras, with over 1 billion people watching on television here and 50,000 spectators right there in Tiananmen Square, who cheered when nuclear-capable missiles and launchers went past in batches on trucks, the first ever show of its nuclear triad, all of it providing clues about how China and the PLA see the future of warfare.
The PLA today is a force that is starting to be regarded and starting to regard itself as a near peer, if not a true peer, to the U.S. military.
Should that scare U.S. military leaders?
I think there are reasons to be concerned about the competitive challenge.
The exhibit showed a focus on naval power. Already, China is estimated to...
That seemed like the most vague answer I think an expert could have given. I think there's reasons to be scared for the competitive challenge. I mean, it definitely scares me. I mean, all nuclear weapons scare me. All right.
Have the largest program of uncrewed underwater vehicles. It's also developing unmanned aircraft known as loyal wingmen that will use AI to fly alongside fighter jets.
Drone is a different kind of warfare. I think that it is not a secret that the U.S. is trying to make best use of AI in modern warfare. And in China, we're doing the same thing.
As much as weaponry, the parade was a show of China's ambitions to recast a world order dominated by the U.S. with an Eastern-led alliance. Images of Xi Jinping flanked by the leaders of Russia, North Korea, Iran, and nearly 24 others, sending a not so subtle message.
Wait a minute. Did they just say Iran, who we bombed? And who is flanked by Kim Jong-un, Putin, and China. And let's not forget that China, Russia, and North Korea all have nuclear weapons. That is pretty scary. It is a game of chess, and we better play it right.
In his speech, Xi said China is a great nation that is never intimidated by bullies. The flurry of meetings after, all rich in symbolism too. Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un needing legitimacy and finding it here in Beijing. The optics that China may be seizing a moment has ignited patriotism across Chinese social media.
The September 3rd parade wasn't just a show of force, it was a strategic declaration.
Weibo alone logged 20 billion views about the parade, with comments declaring national pride.
Whenever a disaster strikes, people feel so safe when PLA showed up.
And confidence about what it means for unification with Taiwan. Beijing claims the self-governing island as its territory and hasn't ruled out using force to take it. What's driving those ambitions? What is the end game?
So I'd say that the question of Taiwan has been a driver for the PLA's pursuit of much more expansive and significant capabilities. And of course, the U.S. military is regarded as a major factor and, if not the primary obstacle.
The U.S. is still widely seen as having the military edge, shaped over decades of tried and true conflict experience. But
Okay, if we have the military edge, how can we have the military edge against all of these countries that have nukes? As far as I know, well, okay, the UK's got nukes, Israel's got nukes, North Korea's got nukes, China's got nukes, India's got nukes, Russia's got nukes, we got nukes. I think France, Germany have nukes. There's not that many more countries, I want to say, that have nukes. So another thing I was thinking about is Vladimir Putin looked awfully comfortable there with the leader of China. And I just wonder, what is his backup plan? Should he get captured or something worse happen to him? What is his backup plan? What happens to Russia or a lot of these countries if their leader leaves? Because let's not forget, Russia is different than the United States. North Korea is different than the United States. If those are countries that have leaders that don't ever step down. So I assume somebody would rise to the occasion, but how can they retaliate if, say, for example, Putin goes away or Kim Jong-un goes away through whatever reason? I don't really want to get into that right now, but if somebody else, it seems like those guys kind of wield power. What am I trying to say here? They kind of wield power, not letting very many people into their circle. They don't trust very many people, it seems like, and they often appear solo. So very interesting.
All along the avenue here are signs that a rival force is emerging, one that is largely untested, but being built to win. Janice Mackey-Freyer, NBC News, Beijing.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated.
Well, guys, that's my thoughts on that. At least interesting to know. Good to know that China is developing these technologies. I'm sure we can bet on that whatever they're showing us, they have a lot more stuff. So specifically energy weapons. I want to know what that's all about. I've heard a lot of stuff about that over the years, and I predict that there's some really nasty stuff coming of energy weapons. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Drop me a comment. Great to have you out. Thanks for watching. Chunk of deuce.